Hey everyone, I wanted to make a quick video showing you some of the things I've been doing recently. I haven't been feeling like super motivated, I guess, to do a lot of like artsy things, and I don't know if I guess art is the better way to put it. I don't know if it's because of the holidays or if there's just a lot of stuff going on. Or just not feeling super inspired. Like I feel inspired, but I don't really know what maybe I want to do. I've been trying to do some I did Everything Arts Care December, which has been good, and getting me like creating every day a little bit. But I have been really, for whatever reason, motivated to make some journals, and I'm not sure where that motivation has necessarily come from, but that has been kind of like my focus at least the last couple weeks. And I have a kind of a collection of some of the journals here. This is my tag journal that I've been using for a little bit now, so this isn't anything new, but you know, this is one of the ways that I, make a journal really quick, and I kind of wanted to show you some of these that I have made. So this is just with like a tag as the outside, and I've been using it for quick little collages and things like that. And these are cute, and I have a video on how to make these that I can link for you below, but I also have some still for sale on my website if you're interested in something like that. But I have this journal. It's a junk journal that I have been using actually since the beginning of this year, because this was Care December from 2021 that I did in January to kind of kickstart my creativity. So maybe it's the time of year that has made me start feeling like I don't have, the creative energy that I would like to have, and maybe, having these little prompts and journals and stuff puts me in that kind of place to create. But I need to make more pages like that because I like that. That's really cool. But I made this journal in a video that is on my YouTube channel that I'll link below as well. But this one is new. This is one that I have just made, and it is based on Robin Marie Smith's free workshop called the Transitions Journal. And it is one of my favorites that I have made recently. And it is put together, it's bound with tape, so it's a no-sew journal. You have I have the book spine, and then I used some fabric around the book spine, the book cover, that I cut in half, and then I used fabric as the spine, and then you kind of glue or tape everything, all the pages together, and then glue them all in their signatures. So yeah, I like this one because you don't have to have like really big pages because you're taping them together, right? So they're all taped, so they're just, pages. Like this is an envelope, and I can put something in here if I wanted to, but it's, like I don't need a really big piece of paper, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I like the variety in here and the way that I could cover the tape with paint if I wanted to. Like there's a postcard on this side. I didn't like the postcard picture, so I just covered it with paper, and then on this side you have the pretty writing. So I think I am excited to work in this one. I think looking at it is actually making me feel inspired, but it's almost like sometimes I look at things and I'm like, man, I don't want to cover that up because I don't want to ruin it. And that's what stops me, I think, from making sometimes, which is something that I am trying to, I think, get over. But so this is a fun journal, and if you want to make one, I'll link Robin's class in the description. Another one that I recently made is based on a class I took with Jean Oliver. It was, well, I took on her website. It's the Poets and Misfits class, but it's like a Coptic kind of stitch binding with like these little ribbony things that you bind over. It's really cool. And I'd actually, if I have more paper, which I have plenty of, make another one. But I kind of used a bunch of jelly prints and then some book pages, and kind of went through and just bound them together, made little signatures, nothing too like fat or crazy, and put them together. And one of the things here is I love like that is, I love this contrast of the color and then the paper and the big words and everything. So I knew a lot of these pages, like these jelly prints and stuff, I wasn't going to rip up. Like this, I don't think I would have ever ripped it up to use it for anything because it's just so pretty to me. And I think this actually gets me to use them. Even if I don't paint over this because it's so pretty, I'll paint on this side. Like I don't have to paint on every single page. And I think that takes a little bit of the pressure off. Something that puts a little bit of it back is, you know, when you love the way things maybe look together. But again, you know, this is my journal, so maybe I don't paint on every single page and I don't, you know, make something different or whatever. I can leave some things the way that they are. A lot of these book pages I actually got from some of my subscription boxes from A House of Books. They have a lot of variety of book pages, which is really nice. So this is this one. And then I have these two little books that I actually sewed the fabric for, or together in kind of like a patchwork, which is something that I have never done before. And it turned out a little crazy. So this is something also that I got from A House of Books. They send like fabric and stuff, and I loved this flower and kind of just did like a little patchwork, and I have my button and then two little signatures on the inside. Something I learned during fodder school was putting the watercolor paper between the fabrics and then sewing it up so that way it's a little more stable. So that is really nice. So then I just have, you know, my various papers for signatures and stuff, and have a little wrap that I sewed in. I kind of wish I would have sewn it in a little differently, but that is what it is. And I made another one of these just with some fabric that I had marked on, and then some more that I got from House of Books. And, you know, just, I feel like, I guess I'm feeling the need to de-stash, maybe, declutter, because I've been using all of my papers to make these books. But also just maybe wanting to try some new things, or feeling inspired to just use a bunch of junk journals instead of making my own. This is one I made a while ago. It's one of those naked spine books, but I made it out of a cereal box. I still haven't touched a whole lot of it, so I don't know when I'm gonna fill all these journals, but you know, they're here for me. And then this is another one with the tape, but I kind of messed it up a little bit because I didn't have the right paper tape. So I kind of went back in and like rebound it a little bit, and then some of the papers were really flimsy, so I glued other papers onto the backs to make it a little less flimsy. So it's still a little wonky, but I like it. I thought about taking it apart and putting the papers in other things, but then I decided, nah, I'll just leave it together. But I've had this put together in various ways for a while now too. I think a couple years actually, and just have never really used it. But I'm feeling the call to mess around with these, so I just kind of wanted to give you a quick little glimpse of what I've been working on and working with, and you know, maybe I'll make some tutorial of the fabric or something, or you know, I don't know. So anyway, that is what I have been up to. I hope that you've been having a great holiday season thus far, and yeah, let me know what you've been up to, and if you have been maybe in a creative funk, or you know, what has been going on. And thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I will see you next time.